Yo. Alright, I think I'm live. Hold up, let me check this. No, that's not the right thing. Alright, RAT Chronicles 3. It's really quiet. Yo. Alright, I think I'm live. Hold up, let me check this. That's probably better. Alright, let's see. Those volume levels should be pretty good. Okay, that's good. Alright, so I'm going to take another crack at that file share system, or that file grab system. So I need to close Discord. Alright, so if you're going to be here, then thanks for watching. Alright, so I decided what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to grab the file length itself, and I'm going to use like a modulation type thing. You'll see what I'm saying. I was so bad, poorly worded, it's actually embarrassing. Alright, so I removed the actual code itself. So for case file, I'm going to have to redo this, but we already basically have the premises of it. Also, I'm just going to have a scope for every single one of these because I'm always probably going to be declaring variables. Excuse me. Alright, I don't have COVID, I swear to God. Alright, default, I'll probably just make it print something like unknown command in all red or some shit. Alright, so we got the file. Got the file macro here. It's not really a macro, but it's kind of a macro, if that makes sense at all. Alright, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to completely shit on this. Because I think last stream I was working on the keylog thing itself. I'm not going to be doing that right now because I'm going to go back to the file. So what I want to send first is I want to send the I want to first send the info to the server, and it's going to start with the file thing itself. So I'm just going to send Also, don't ask me why any of the naming schemes in this, they're all so bad. Like, S encryption is not at all what it's used for right now. It's embarrassing, honestly. This is used for way more than I just have this module and about everything. It's just something I'm using right now for this get CPU info, and I don't use some Windows bullshit. I actually used assembly. Yeah, I know, you should be very impressed. I know. Yeah, it was kind of a nightmare to work on, but it does work. That's bare metal. Alright, so sending the info, I'm going to do socket. Once again, don't take any of the naming schemes for variables at all seriously. They're just kind of there for that's why if anybody tries to read this code, they will have no clue what the fuck is happening, but that's all good. So the things I'm going to send, I'm just going to cast this as a chart because it's not going to be a constant. And the thing that we send for the first one, I'm going to do desktop. Random. That's actually, this is the one that we. This is what we send, I think. Yeah, that's how it's going to work. So I'll just do random.text. We're going to start out by sending just a .text file again, but this should work with a PNG too, because of the way I'm doing it. Alright, and size, size is just going to be whatever the fuck this is. This is 34 bytes long, and contains the opcode file. Alright, so let's go to the server code now, and let's actually add this. So if it's the case of a file, and it's gonna zero the buffer and then mem copy that. Yeah, okay. Some memory bullshit. All right, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and take whatever is in our string buffer. Also, it's been a while since I've worked on this, so I'm a little bit rusty at knowing whatever the fuck is happening. Anyways, so string buffer. We're gonna go ahead and create an a. This is actually an output stream. of stream. Let's call this out stream. Sorry if I'm acting sluggish. I really don't know why. This is not how fast I normally type, I swear. Alright, and we're going to use string buffer, and we're going to open this in binary mode. Okay. Looks good. So every time that happens, we're going to create an output stream that contains this file. Alright, let's go ahead and run the server itself. And we just want to make sure that it creates the file. Ooh, Mountain Blade. Really good game, by the way. Alright. We got RAT server running. Let's run the RAT client. Also, I'm probably going to add a debug thing that will help with this. So, a debug macro, because I don't... shit, so... see, what the fuck is malware like? This isn't going to help you DOS me at all, so don't fucking try it. Alright. No, this client needs to try to connect to something else. No. I'm acting idiotic right now, so this needs to connect to that 1.5. Alright, now let's rerun this. My IP address changed since the last stream. Oops, and I accidentally pressed enter. That's something I need to check out as far as bug fixes go. That was pretty painful. Will it connect? Oh, and it never ran. Oh, it did? Question mark? Okay. Well, it connected either way, so. I'm gonna send command keylog, and that should create a file on desktop. Yes, it did. Drop that in the recycling bin because I'm not going to be using it. And I forgot to close it, so that's actually retarded of me. I'm genuinely fucking brain dead. Wow. Okay. I'm going to create a debug macro for both of these because I know I can just have a debug mode like this, but I don't want to switch between that, so I'll just create it. So let's do a debug. And if we're gonna do this if it's in debug mode, and this if it's not in debug mode. So if I just, let's say, do this, then it's, yeah, while it's in debug mode, it's gonna run like that. RAT server, I don't really have any debug statements, but I'll just put that macro in there. Otherwise, I'll just comment it out to switch it to normal mode again. Okay, so pretty good so far. We have that sleep between that, so before it returns, it's going to sleep 5 seconds. Don't ask me why exactly, but it's because basically for some reason I've had an issue with if I try to send too many packets at once, it decides to take an absolute dumpster shit. So it basically just combines both of them into one thing, and that's obviously no good. So I'd used a hacky nonsense job to do that. Anyway, so on the server side, first of all, I'm going to change this because last time I tried, I left the handle open. Call this random one. We have the output stream, and then at the end of this, we want to say our out stream dot close. All right, and now we want to enter a while one. I want to first in this while loop, I want to create, and this is not very efficient at all, but shut the hell up. Anyways, maybe a char pointer, and we're just gonna call this buff equals new char, and we're gonna do the max buffer. Once again, we're working off the same kind of logic as the last one, where if the actual amount of bytes sent is less than the max buffer, then we're gonna call that the end of the file. Next, we want to receive. I think it's called client socket, right? No. What is it called? it called? New? No, wait, what? Receive the actual socket itself. Okay, so it's called. Wait, whoa. Yeah, new client .inc. Okay, that's what I thought. Actually, yeah, I'll just do like that. Alright, we're right here, so I'll just. Oops, and I fucked it up. So we'll just do receive, and we'll do a int. Equals. Actually, just call this file byte length. Because this is the amount of bytes we actually received. I'm going to dump it onto the buff. The length, which we'll just give it max buffer. And then the flags, which we'll just do fucking no, because there's no point in having flags in 2020. Alright, just kidding. Wait, it's 2021, that's right. Alright, so there's that. Now what I want to do is I actually want to zero this memory, so I'm going to do, that's actually S encryption. Once again, naming scheme means jack all. Zero buffer. So once we zero this buffer, let's see what happens. Actually, why did I say that? Makes no sense. Alright. Buffer size, just be max buffer. Kind of want to rename this macro to just max buff. That wouldn't make any actually, it would make sense. I should definitely do that. I forgot the shortcut to just modify everything with that name. Man, I wish I knew that. I don't really feel like Googling it right now, so I'm not going to. Alright, anyway, so now that we have that, we have the actual length. I kind of want to dump this into a string with the actual length itself, but I'm not going to do that. Alright, so now that we have this, it's all good. And at the end of this, we obviously want to delete this because otherwise we'll have a massive memory leak. So let's delete that. This the brackets at the end means it's deleting an array. If it's just delete, then you're deleting like an object, like a class or something. That's what that means. Alright, so we're deleting the buff. We initialize it by zeroing it, and alright, we're good. Okay, so we receive, it puts it onto the buff, and we're all good. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to check. We want to basically just say, first check if the length itself, so if the file byte length is less than, if it's less than 8 for the max buffer, then we have a or that's not a problem, but we want to then delete our buff, because this, if we do this, then we need to delete the buff itself, because otherwise this memory would stay uninitialized, because this is going to be a break for this while loop. And up here I'm going to have something like, I'm just going to write the actual length. So I'm just going to write it like usual. And actually, yeah, so up here I might say, yeah, okay, so I'll just do buff dot, not buff, but out stream dot write. In this case, we're writing actual, the string, as you can see, and then the actual count. Stream size is just basically the fancy word for int. So we're going to write the actual buff and then the file byte length. Also, this should always at some point be triggered. That's why I'm doing this. But this is obviously not the most optimized, because I'm constantly going to be deleting and allocating new memory on the heap. So that's kind of a disaster. But that we're not looking for extreme performance here. So that should kind of be it right here. So let's go to the RAT client, and now once we do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say one. Oops. Let's see if we can transfer something over. So I'm going to just create a random text document. We'll call this cool. In this we'll write whatever. I don't really care. Control S. All right. So now we got that right client. All right. So we're gonna do a. Want to first do a. So we're gonna do in-stream, and this is we're gonna open. We're gonna do basically this. Except this is gonna be cool.text. All right, and we're gonna open this in std iOS binary. All right, and here's what we're gonna do to get the size. We're going to just first say our in-stream dot. Let's see. I'll be able to find it if I actually see it. See, what is the function called again? I forgot. Not swap. Tell G. No, tell G is to get the size. Let's see. What is the actual thing? Man, this is painfully awkward. Something down here. That's right, seek. Okay. Wow, that was painful. That was like a solid 30 seconds of actual agony. So we're gonna seek. We're just gonna do this std iOS end, and now we're just gonna say int file size. Why did I spell like that? Let's do in-stream.tellg. Now that we got the actual size, we want to see. We're going to actually do, let's see. Yeah, okay, that probably is all we're going to be doing here. So the actual final length, if this is, what we're going to do is we're going to say if the modulation for the max buff is equal to 0, that means that the actual size of the file is equal to tellg itself, so that's going to be it. And if it's modulated, then we're just going to use the modulation value for how long the thing actually is. Alright, so we're going to do a while one. We're going to say, let's see. Let's see, okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to read. So I'm going to create, I think I'm going to be creating, let's see, let's do in-stream.read. Yeah, it's just going to read it into this. Okay, so we're just going to do the exact same thing. Char buff, new char, max buffer. I'm going to read, oops, fuck that. I'm going to read into the buff along with the size, which is going to be max buffer. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. And at the end of this, we obviously want to close our thing itself, so it's just stream.close. Alright, so now we close that, because once we close it, it's like what if we try to read it again, it's going to start from the beginning, so we have to keep it open while we're reading it. And next, once we actually read this, we're going to say if our instream.df, not instream, which is end of. Then what we're going to do, once again, is we're going to break. We're going to delete our buff. And we are going to send our, so first of all, actually, once we hit the .env, what I might do here is I'm going to say int ending file size, our file size modulated by our max buffer. If our ending file size is equal to our file size, or I'm sorry, if it's equal to 0. My brain's kind of being a little bit foggy right now. So we hit that, then what we're going to do is we're going to say file size. I'm sorry, we're going to say ending file size is equal to just to our file size. Okay. So that's good. And then once we hit the end of, we're just going to say, functions send info to server, and we're just going to say, once again, our client socket on the buffer itself. So we'll just send buff along with this. Wow, that voice crack, holy shit. The size, we'll just do ending file size, since this would be the end of it, and then the send code, which we'll just do none, because this is just some random data that we don't want to do anything with this, but some custom thing. And then otherwise, if that's not the case, then we're just going to do the exact same thing, except the ending file size is going to be equal to max buffer. Also, let's zero this memory out. Using the max buffer macro really hardcore. You know, it'd be easier to just say 8196, 8192. What the fuck am I saying? All right. So that looks to be about it. I just want to try it. This should be taking everything in cool.txt and sending it. All right. I'm probably gonna get some sort of exception with this out of bounds, probably, because I've gotten that plenty of times before. Keylog, let's see, did it work? Random one. Uh-oh, that's not good at all. That's really bad if this is not even. Yeah, that didn't work at all. I'm assuming, let's see, what file type is it? This type is just file. So did I forget to set.txt? No? Huh? Oh, oops, I accidentally. You've got to be kidding me. I am genuinely fucking retarded. Alright, so time to close all of this and resize this buffer. Because I forgot to do that. This is 38, so we're just going to do 37. Let's see what changes. No. God. Rat server. Okay. I'm sorry, this is probably incredibly painful. And if this works, we're going to work on implementing it, but we're probably first going to test it on bullshit, so 0 clear send command keep log. We get an actual text file, but it contains nothing but null bytes, I think. Let's go to hxd and see what this contains. This, yes, just a ton of null bytes. Okay, so clearly something wrong with this send command, but it did actually close, so that's good. That means it saved everything there. Okay. It looked like it was the same length, as far as I know, but looks like there may have been a read error, potentially. It did actually get the end of the file proper, so that's good. It made sure to check for the size. The issue that we have here is that it sent all zeros, which is just not, no, it's fucking stupid. Oh, here's another fat issue. Forgot about. Say, delete buff. That most likely doesn't have anything to do with this error, but we're gonna try it. Connect. Log. Alright. No, obviously nothing. But I believe this is the same length. Let's go to hxd and I want to see this. Let's open cool.txt. Let's open, I don't know, fucking random.txt. Yeah, they're the same length, which means that it got it right. Look, you can see same length. But the issue is it's just all nothing, which makes me think that it didn't even open the file to begin with, if I have to be completely honest here. And it just sent a ton of null bytes. It looks like there's an issue with reading cool.txt. Not sure why, or there was just a complete fucking breakdown of everything. So let's check. So it did get the size right though, so that's the biggest thing out of the way so far. Unless as soon as I fix this, that's gonna break too, which would be absolutely terrible. So in the stream.ef, we're gonna read the buff, and then we did be sure to go to cool.txt. Yes, we did. What would happen if we print it out? Let's see. Is there a read error? And if so, let's see. Let's print out. Oh God. Man, I'm fucking awful at this. All right. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, I forgot to check this. Nothing is. Yeah, nothing's printed. Okay, so that looked. Yeah, there was definitely a read issue. Now, what exactly the read issue was, I do not know. Binary mode, potentially. Maybe. But there's a definite read error to this. Kind of want to Stack Overflow this. Alright. Alright. See what happens. Is if I had to say, maybe seek Geontology, potentially do something. Maybe. That means that nothing's actually getting copied though, so let's see. The actual. Yeah, it looks like it's fine. It's just not like being opened in binary mode or something, even though I don't see why that would be a problem at all. Binary and you're still copying bytes. I'm a little bit confused. We opened it. But the question is, maybe we fucked it up somehow. Of course we did, but still, didn't expect this. Oh, we still have the key codes. I remember that. Huh, I don't know how that didn't fuck up. That's wild. Alright, anyways. I should probably just delete that because I'm not going to be using that for a good while. Anyways, ending file size equals 0. Okay, that's... damn it. Why is it reading nothing but zeros? It actually might not even be reading anything. It might just be not reading anything in this 0 buffer itself, since it just set everything to 0. It's just going to send it no matter what. Maybe. But this print did give us a useful insight that nothing is actually being read. So, what is the problem? Huh. That's so wacky, though. What? Huh. Rewatching this would be a disaster. It would be nightmarish. There's literally zero reason for this to be happening. It must be tell G and seek G. It's gotta be that. Or this opening it in binary mode. So how about we try not doing that? For a quick test, I guess. Try not opening either of these in binary. I don't see why that would be the case. I genuinely don't, but we're just gonna be eliminating shit. Key log. Still nothing. Am I connected? Did I forget to type that? Yes. Oh, I didn't connect. Connect. Send. And key log. Still nothing. Oh, let's try it after deleting this. Send and key log. This. Nope, didn't change. Not really that surprised though. Alright, so that did not help. Actually, I'm just gonna back off of those changes. Back off, okay. So why is this happening? That's a good question. Alright, so it's probably the seek G and tell G, if I had to guess. Alright. I'm a little bit interested in that. Why is it not? It's gotta be that then, because I don't know of anything else that would cause it to just completely fail. And it is getting the size of cool.txt right, so it's opening the right file. It's not like it's completely just failing. But we're just having an issue reading it, so that's interesting. Well, let's go ahead and check. Let's see. Ontology. I'm gonna check C++ reference. It's the first time I've actually used the internet for this in a long time. Yeah, because there's an issue. See if anybody else is having the same issue. If stream : read not working. Stack Overflow. Alright, that was just typo. Okay, this one's awful. If stream not working. Alright.
Weston.
Alright, I apologize for that. Alright. Try to mute Mike so that shit doesn't happen. Alright. Let me me see what. Still looking at this. It was on my other monitor. Well, that's the first issue. This is a forward slash. I don't think forward slashes work with ifstream if I'm not mistaken. Plus, he's not using a literal, so it's just gonna be like \T, capital T. Here's a seek. See, so seek G. Okay, this is for the most part the same kind of code that I'm using. Huh, that's weird. Do I have to move this back to the beginning? Because I'm assuming that's what I have to do. That's probably it. So I'm just going to say file and stream.seek. I must have to move this back. That's got to be it. Alright. That should be it. Alright, let me trash this first, because it just makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. I don't know why. Fuck off. Alright. Here we go. Moment of truth. Yes, it works now. Okay. Thank you, C++.com. It's actually a really good website. Basically just C++ reference. Alright, cool, it works. Let's try it with a more complicated file. If this works with a JPEG, then I think it's safe to implement this, because JPEG is the one it hasn't worked with in the past. Leaked. Alright, let's use this Oculus screenshot right here. So I'm going to properties, this, and now with the RAT client, I'm going to actually be opening. First of all, let's make this random.jpg. Also, let's end these because I'm currently modifying this cock shit. And let's go to Falcon instead of, and so we're going to do pictures. This .jpg, I assume. Yes, it is a .jpg file. So I'm going to say .jpg, because I'm assuming that's how it wants the actual file type. Anyways, we're going to try this. Here we go. Alright, this is nerve-wracking, but if it works, I'm very, very happy. Then I'll actually implement it in its own kind of thing. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1. It works. But there's... Yeah, why is this printing out? This happened... Oh, that's right, because I still have that... I'm fucking retarded. I still have this. Hold up. Let me reprint that. Okay, but the file transfer works. It works perfectly. Should probably try an exe, but I don't really care because it should. If it works on a JPEG like that, then there's no way it doesn't work normally. So here's command keylog. Nice, and it works. It's pretty damn slow, but overall it's pretty good. Let's try doing like a gigabyte size file if we can find one. Like, how about a before file? Maybe I can just go to I mean, text files I know it works with. I knew the old one would work like that. Do like a fucking 3D model shit, but I would feel like it would take too long. No, Oculus screenshots worked fine. I don't know what this is, but this is an OBS thing, so I may as well just try it. There we go. And this is a .mp4. Okay. And this is videos. And then blunk. Alright, that should work. Alright. Let's redo that. I don't think I have, yeah, I won't have to do anything here. Connect to its command keylog. Alright. Does it work with an MP4? It worked actually pretty fast. I don't know what this is, but it's 4 seconds long. Whatever, I don't care. The file transfer works. And that's all that matters. So this is perfect. I'm not using string length anymore, which there's null bytes in every kind of binary type file, like a JPEG or an exe or a DLL or .ben. I mean, you'll find everything, so that's why you can't use string length, because it'll just terminate when it shouldn't. Alright, so using this worked fine, and I'm guessing this is just where you can move where it currently is, and if I move it to the end, then it's just going to be nothing, so that makes sense. Okay. I'm not sure. That looks like 0 is an offset, apparently. So that kind of makes sense. Alright. That works fine. So now it's time to implement this normally. And I might actually create a function for this called sendFile. I might. This actually seemed to work pretty fast as well. That's another thing I'm impressed about. I want to find a slightly bigger file, though. So if I can find something like program files. Let's go to like Steam or something. Among Us? Ah, that's pretty small. Blade and Sorcery. No, probably not going to be much here. What about streaming assets? A lot of these are actually like, let's see, this, I can do something like that. Half-Life Alex will probably have a lot of shit. Just go here. Nope, that's save. Ah, this might be quite a lot. I want to find something that's like in the gigabytes section, but you're really only gonna find that with like a video of something. Anyways, I think it's safe to say that we can put this one to bed. So we're gonna have the actual server. It's gonna be another. It's like gonna be like an argument with send like get file. You're just going to tell where the directory is for it. So you'll just say where you want it. And then you'll actually, but you will have to know the actual file location of the normal one. So that's pretty interesting. You could also hypothetically have this going the other way. There's really no problem with that either. This could go both ways. So let's have that inside local functions or whatever. And I probably should have more debugging stuff. I'll find something for that. So we're gonna do this file. I don't really know why I do C declared, because that's not C decal. That's really not that important. So I don't. Send code is unscoped. Nobody cares. Shut the fuck up. Alright, so send file. Let's see, what all we need here? From this, we would want. No, we really don't need much of any. This will just be like a header thing, and then we'll just actually send the file bytes themselves. So the actual thing will be whatever this is. So it'll take the actual thing here, and then honestly, that's probably it. Let's see. Oh, that's true. We do need the was wrong. So, and why is this shitting itself? Yeah, okay, it's just being a little shit. Alright, so we're gonna do... I'm trying to think. Okay, so I'm just basically probably gonna copy this shit. I'll just probably, yeah, copy everything down to here. I should be able to access the... with this, we're just going to replace this. Also, I want to redefine this to the max buff. There's going to be a ton of errors popping up because of that. But I don't really care. Oh, that was actually way less than I thought. I don't know why I did all caps, but whatever, it looks cool because it looks like it's some Win32 shit. So they're just starting to pop up like crazy now. What the hell? Why does IntelliSense have to be like this fucking retarded? Oh my gosh. Is that it? No, one. We got more. I know I could just, if I knew the shortcut, I could just, so why is it linked now? Okay, there we go. I'm gonna do the same here, but yeah, I don't know why I did that, but alright, so let's start with this. Also, a lot of this is all very, very jumbly and nonsense. Like, there's a lot of kind of things I don't need that. But I'll probably do a stream where I clean up some shit, because it's pretty messy as far as code goes. It's pretty pathetic, if you ask me. It is some really bad code. If I wanted to make it better, I could probably have like a class wrapper for a lot of stuff, so. But I'm not going to do that. Okay. That makes it a little more clean looking to me, because I just despise seeing max underscore buffer and all underscore or all uncaps. It's just, God. Alright, so let's go back to client, because that's what we were working on. This looks to be pretty fine now. Let's do the actual file path, and I think that's it. I might, yeah, I think I'm gonna still include this. We'll just do constant char location. We'll do still cast this as a char pointer for the server location. See, that's a terrible name. That's a terrible variable name, because that's not at all like server location. I mean, I'll just do file path 2. Okay, so that should be everything taken care of. All I have to do is, I just do the actual socket itself, the file path for this computer, and then the file path that you want to send it to the server on. So that's pretty basic. Anyway, so now that this keylog bullshit is done, let's go ahead and go down here and say else if. Also, I would do a switch statement, but switch statements are no. Substring 0 to, let's see, get file is 7, so. So we're gonna have 2 parameters here actually, so that's wild. So the first parameter is going to be the location on the other computer. That's actually a good point. Should I make it to where you have to have the same thing, or should you make it to where you can like have the extension like .ben? For now, I think probably the most useful would just be to make it to where it has the same exact I don't know. So I'll probably do it where it's separated by like where each argument is separated by that. I'll probably do maybe, because let's see. Nah. Actually, I don't. It's actually a tough one. I'll probably make it to where if there's multiple arguments, it has to be separated by this. That would make most sense. So I will do get file. I'll say. Okay, so this is just going to be a ton of parsing here. Okay. So we're just going to say new buff equals our command sent dot sub. This is going to substring after 7. Actually, we're going to make this 8. Because if you don't space get file, then you're just fucking retarded. There's a lot of room for bugs here, and I'm not really making professional software here, so if you fuck it up, that's your problem. Alright. Okay. So we're just going to say... I don't know. I'd like to get this done before I end the stream. I want to make it to where it's I actually got something done in a stream for once. I'll upload to this to the GitHub once I'm done with it. Or not once I'm done with it, but once I end the stream, I'll commit this. Alright, so we'll just separate each argument. We'll say file path. No, I'm not even gonna add a number there. We'll just say is equal to, which one should come first? I'm gonna say probably the first one is going to be equal to the one, like the location of the file on the target computer. So I'll say get, I'll say new buff dot sub string so we'll just say that, and then we'll just say we want a substring all the way up from what becomes 0 all the way to our new sub string. Whoa. That's not what I meant to do. Also, why is new buff having an issue here? That's right, because I need to do .c string at the end of that. Alright, so we have this one. I'm going to go all the way up to our new buff dot find. It's not that. Shit. Okay, and that should work, and then we'll just do file path 2 is equal to this, and it's just going to be everything after that. That theoretically works. Let's print out both. File path 2. There's probably going to be some formatting errors with this too, because why not? I'm the one programming it. Oh, that's bad. 6 errors. Send info to server is not a what? Okay, I'm gonna have to place this below. Send info to server. I'm just gonna remove the local functions part because I don't want to give a shit. Why is this shitting itself? It's in the same namespace, so I don't know why it's shitting itself over this. Well, whatever, I guess I'll just add that back. Now what build? Yeah, okay. Alright, well, whatever. Oh, no. It's bad. Now we'll build question mark. Alright, good, it's still built. This code is getting messier and messier because I'm not organizing it whatsoever. But who cares? We're not making professional software. Get file hi and then e. Okay, it printed nothing, so it got nothing. Alright, let's go down to the RAT client. Out of shame. So it wasn't able to find that. Probably the best thing to do would be to remove all the spaces, but that's kind of dumb. Alright, so we went new buff dot find everything after that. So that's weird why it's not working. I'm actually a little bit confused. It must have not been able to find this. Yeah, it's like a single char. So why is it not working? Huh. Let's have some more debugging, why not? Alright. Alright, so it got it right. The question is why I wasn't able to find that. So now it's print. Okay, so it worked. Let's say dot find. Alright. Alright, here we go. Okay, so it found it. It wasn't null. So then why did it? Alright. Why on earth did it do that? So then 0 through 2. Then, yeah, then why is this... Why is this not working then? Because... I guess maybe we should print more send command file. Now it's 15, yet it still prints nothing, so I'm very confused. Because everything after 15 onwards, right? That. Huh? Why is it not working? Okay, I'm definitely kind of mad about that. 2, 15. Yeah, I mean, that so it would have to be. So it probably starts at 0, 0, 1, 2, 0, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, so it starts at 0. And yet it just doesn't really want to work. So let's just print the first one. Down here I'll have another one that's the file path 2, and we're just going to comment that out for real quick. After I connect to it. Get file. No, it's once again printing nothing. So what is going on here? Is it the .c string? Because this really should be working. That is wild. New buff.find that. Okay, easy. So then why is it not working? Is it the 0 that it doesn't like? Because it substrings that. When we printed new buff itself, it worked fine. Then we did this and it worked fine. So then why, if I do this, does it just not work? That is crazy. Yeah, it's just not working. Is there some other error that I have? Because it should be printing at least the 0th byte, which is just fine. But it looks like everything in here is in null bytes. Okay, well that's fucking obnoxious. I don't want to have this stream going for too long, but I do want to finish this. Either way, I'm pretty close to getting it done, so it's not like it's too big of a deal, but it's just kind of annoying. I don't really know what to do about this. Maybe I should check that, but I feel like this is such an obscure error. I've never had a problem with this, so probably won't get much. That's crazy. Yeah, I really want to actually just look this up, but kind of lost as to what to look for, because I mean, it seems pretty straightforward. It's finding this character, but it's just substring doesn't seem to be working. Copied over correctly. I mean, everything seems all good. Yeah, and if you don't have that parameter, it's just going to go on for as far as, I think that's the 32-bit integer right there. So it's just going to go on for infinity as far as the computer knows. Still, I'm actually really angry about this. That's a really annoying roadblock, because we're so close. We're about done with this, and it just kind of doesn't want to work, does it? That's really interesting. I have nothing to say about this. Is it C string that's not working? Maybe try just making this a normal string. I highly doubt it, but let's make this. Oops. I highly doubt this will work, but oops. Connect get file. What? Yeah, now it's working. What is this? Huh? Okay, so there's a problem with C string. Right, whatever. That's really obnoxious. It does get that right. Seems to be. I'm assuming it does that, and then kind of messes with that. Okay, so I'm going to do this. It's going to do this plus 1. We're going to just do an offset, so 1. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter if there's a space in the string that's inputted for that. If there is, then I might have to make a quick patch job for something. Get file. What? Okay, maybe that's not how offset works. Question mark. Or maybe that's not even offset. I don't really know. Uh-oh. Why is RAT server doing this? Okay. Let's connect. That's not what I meant to do. Okay. Alright, now it works. It depends. If we're always going to be spacing, that doesn't matter, but sometimes I feel like people aren't going to space it. I don't want to be. I don't want to have super strict syntax for it. It'd be better actually just not space it, but if you want to space it, I'm sure it would work. Still really frustrated at why this isn't working. Whatever. So, however messy this is, I guess it would work. So let's try now doing something like. Okay, so send info to server. No, we have send file. Okay. So I'm going to call could have sworn I did that. What? Why is that not in here? That's in the namespace, right? No? What? Okay. I guess it's better if it's not, but surely that would still work. Okay. Okay, so the socket, so client socket file path itself, which would just be file path.c string, and then file path2.c. Okay, so now this should hypothetically work. Alright, let's do this. Alright, moment of truth is transfer file work. That's not transfer file. Get file. Falcon. What's a good file? Oh, not that. What's a good file to get? Should we just do that? Just go to pictures. And then 05464934934 .jpg. And for the sake of the argument, we're just going to quickly just say random.png.jpg question mark. Alright, let's go ahead and try to this should, now that file should be located within where rat server is. So, damn it, I don't want to do this, so I'm gonna have to just go to this manually. Use fucking source repositories, and there's a lot of stupid nonsense. Where is it? Come on. Oh, that's right, it's not even in there. I am fucking retarded. Rat server release. No, it's not there. Alright, so what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to copy this code that's in here. Okay, got 56. So I'm going to alright, I'm just going to type this out manually again. Random1.jpg, and there's nothing here, so it looks like it just didn't work at all. Alright, so that's fantastic. I feel very good, don't I? Is it going backwards? It's gotta be, right? Unless using C string on this is once again giving nothing, because that would be incredibly infuriating. Because that would physically not make sense. If that was the case. It's gotta be that then. But why? Why is C string having such a problem here? Man, every day I see something new. I've never had a problem with C string. It's always been pretty damn good. Because substring returns a string, so honestly it's not a big surprise that I can use C string on it, but it doesn't fucking work. Let's see. Let's make sure these are in the right order. Maybe it's not a problem with this? Question mark. Get file. So first of all, we have the file path that we want to actually write to, so let's make sure we have that order correct. So send file, that's the file path, and then file path 2, that's where we want it. Yeah. So it sends that along with. Oh, well, that's probably why. I didn't get the string length of this, so let's do string. This might not be the entire issue, but this is definitely part of it. And if it doesn't work again, I'm going to assume it's because I just got it completely wrong, honestly, and there's no excuses there. Right. So I'm going to run that again. Oh. Alright, please. Alright, can I copy this shit? Please let me copy. Oh, please, alright. Alright, you know what, I'm fine with this. I'm fine with accidentally crashing it. As long as it worked. Yes, okay, it worked. May as well just fucking restart it, because... Alright, whatever. And it worked. Hey, so it didn't have a problem with C string. That's good. Yeah, worked. So next the question is are we able to let's go to here. Let's see if I can do this and then have a space between these. That would be really good if I can. No, I can't. Well, that sucks balls. So I'm gonna have to do some error checking for that, or I might just make it to where it's up to the user. Well, if he wants to fucking misspell it, then, or not type it correctly, then that's his prerogative. Here's what I can do though. It's a hacky job, but it does work. It's very, very, very disgusting, but once again, it does work. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say if, because I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter if there's a space at the end of. What I'll do is I'll just say if file path if file path, we'll just do whatever, dots, and I'm pretty sure there's an operator for that, and then file path dot size. I think that returns the right, like this should be the last thing. If the last byte is equal to a space, and let's just do an OR real quick. Let's do an OR. It's equal to, or the file path 2's first byte is equal to space, then maybe not. Maybe I should just do 2. Oh, wait, that was actually, there's no reason to. I might have to do 2 if statements. It would be so gross. It's like on Dari Dev. It's just nasty. But I might have to for this. What would be best is if I actually wrote a function to remove all the spaces in there. That would be the best case. That's what I might do. This is less of a disgusting looking job, even though it's only used only once. I could maybe have the potential of turning this into a function later. So I'm going to do once we get this, then what I'm going to do with this is go here. I'm going to say char buff. I have so many buffers, it's actually max buff. We're gonna yes encryption 0 buffer. And we know that we're never gonna have a length past like fucking another voice crack. Are you serious? Buff, and then for max buff. So we'll say for int I equals 0, I is less than or equal to, I is less than the, I'm 99% sure. Let's see what, I think the size doesn't go from 0 to that, so I'm just going to say new buff dot size. And we'll just do I plus plus. Just say, we'll just say int buff, we'll say buff I is equal to buff I is equal to this cock shit. Is equal to our buff I, and we'll just do a quick if our buff I is equal to a space, then we're just going to continue. Alright, And what continue does, if you don't know, which you probably do, is just basically just, it's like a break, but instead it'll just go to the next iteration. So it doesn't actually break out of the loop. It just basically immediately breaks the current code cycle. And I messed it up. So thank God that was a syntax error. I was worried I actually fucked something up real bad. Ah, no, that's so bad. Alright. Oops, are you serious? And I just fucked that up again. You can always leave it up to me to mess something up. Alright. Ooh, I need to connect it. And I fucked it up again. Alright. I might have to do this all from scratch over again. That would be so awful. And that looks like what I'm going to have to do, so I'm just going to place that on the other screen. Send and get file. And I forgot one crucial thing for the actual client. Hold up, I need to do this. Thank God I didn't get like super into it, so it wasn't a complete disaster when I got to it. Let's go to RAT client. So the big thing I forgot was to actually, first I can remove that debug statement, and I can afterwards I'll just say buff equals st string. I'll just do an entire initialization. We'll just do this, and we'll just do buff, and then the string length of buff. If this works, then I'm going to be very, very happy. But this code is awful. This code is genuinely awful. I'm pretty sure space is hex 20, so I'd rather do the literal. Connect to it. Otherwise, it looks like I'm using Python if I don't do the string literal, and I refuse to use Python. Get file Falcon pictures screenshot 1605464 or 934 .jpg. I'm actually curious if I can if JPEG you can easily just take the files and turn it into or take the bytes and turn it into a PNG. I don't think you can, but that would actually be pretty interesting. And then let's do this. Let's just do C /Falcon /min.jpg. It doesn't look like it worked. There wasn't an error, but that doesn't really mean anything good. So what I'm going to do for this, first I'm going to copy this because I desperately need to. No. Alright, good, all good. What? You can only delete one at a time. I keep forgetting how useless the console can be. That's fucking horrendous. Alright. Let's do this, and I want to real quick for a debug statement. Print out our buff itself. Okay. Because I want to see if it even got the length right, or if it even got the string printed properly at all. Alright, so let's connect to this. And no, of course it didn't. So let's see. Alright, well at least it actually copied to that properly, but looks like this. Ooh, no. Let's actually real quick see space rule. Yeah, that's not even space key code. Space. What is this space? That's all I want to know. Space is hex 20, that's what I thought. Okay, so we'll just check to see if this is... If it's hex 20, then we know what we want. Fuck yeah. Nope, still doesn't work. Not quite sure why, but it seems like this continue statement didn't work. If I have to say. Once again, not sure why. Print on hex. Int what I is. Also, I don't want to. Let's go ahead and run that again. Did I accidentally? Yeah, I knew I fucking copied that. Are you serious? Alright. Alright, here we go. I knew I fucking copied that, so. Oh boy. I forgot to print a space. That was yikes. Hex 20 right there, so why did it not catch that? Yeah, it's like I completely ignored that. What? Does that shit ever happen to y'all? Like, what the fuck is that? The real question is, why the fuck was there a space here? Because there should have been, it should be space, then a character, then space. I'm trying to figure out where that other space is. Okay. I only see one. What? Okay. It's like it just completely misses it. That's really annoying. Let's clear that because that's a messy console. Still not sure why it's not working. Still absolutely clueless. And we are an hour and 30 minutes in, so that's just fucking painful. Alright. And that's a huge reason why, right there. Are you fucking serious? I did 2 spaces. I'm such a dumbass. Wow, I'm retarded. Wow. I'm impressed with myself. That is impressively awful. Wow, I'm so fucking retarded. Huh. I ain't no Terry A. Davis. Smartest programmer to ever live. It worked, but it really didn't work, did it? I mean, it got the first one, I guess. Wait, did continue just not work how I expected it to? Huh. I guess it did work. But this time at least it gave us a different output. I guess we'll look on the bright side here. Maybe I do know why here. Yeah. Alright, so what I need to do for this, I need to create a int offset for this. I'll just create a static int offset. And I'll just say offset. I'll initialize it to 0, and I'll do this plus the offset, because this just left blank. So that way it just left a null byte there, so it terminated right there. Alright. Oh, I knew something like this would happen. Alright. Yes, that really didn't work, did it? So, yeah, that's a good point. Alright, so here might be a solution. And size is equal to new buff dot size. We just make this equal to size, and every time this happens, we just say size minus equals offset. That might work. Once again, not really sure about anything, but that looks like it should do fine. Next 0. Okay, once again, it just got fucking left null. Okay. That's fantastic, isn't it? Actually, what I could do here, just remove this, that, and then just do minus the offset. Oh no, minus the offset. That looks okay. Because this every time, because we want it to actually be at the proper point, otherwise it's just gonna completely displace. And we just subtract, except that's not how it would work. My thought process is a little bit wacky. Actually, this actually should work. Hold up. Connect 0. Yes, there we go. It worked. Wow, that was way too complicated for something so simple, but it works now, and that's what matters most. Well, now we have that cock shit. So hold up, I'm gonna real quick go back on all of this. What? No, okay. We're gonna drop this in recycling bin, as usual. Alright, so now it should work. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's launch this server. That's right. Uh-oh. No, it just doesn't work at all. Question mark? Oh no, it overwrote that. Oof. Yeah, that was a little bit wacky. Ugh, yeah, it was awful. Yeah, something really bad happened there. Okay, well this sucks. Shouldn't have changed anything. I'm not sure what would have gone wrong exactly. I could actually remove the string middleman, actually. I could 100% do that. I mean, it works. Now, but now it's just not even working, so that means that probably yeah, I mean, there's definitely an error somewhere, but question is where? So we print out new buff, and once again, I mean, I don't see where the error would lie, unless there's some sort of byte afterwards that just screws it over, which there's no null byte in between this, so I don't quite know what's going on. Should we print out both of these again? More debug statements. Oops. Alright. Here's connect. Yeah, it works. Okay. So it must be C string that's not working. Let's try using C string. See how it works. No, still works fine. So I'm actually very confused. What? There's got to be like a byte, like a stray byte afterwards. Oh, it worked, but it's not transferring the right one. This is not good. Did it potentially get the wrong Oculus screen? 1605 4 649. Oh, yeah, I got the wrong screenshot. That's why. It's 934, not the 834. Okay. So I said, did I really fuck up that bad? So now, well, let me real quick fucking delete that. Pretend that never happened. Uh-oh. Well, it never received the proper ending, so the server is going to be appended as far as that goes. So, all right, let's do this one more time. RAT server launch. Okay. I'll do some more. I'll do a stream where I do error checking or error handling better. So like in some bug fixes, as long as more debug statements, like adding some more debug features to it. Let's see. Sim command. Am I connected? No, I'm not. Alright, there we go. Alright, it works. That's a Blade and Sorcery gameplay. Alright, it works. And it works pretty well. So, I'm gonna end the stream here. After actually, I gotta make sure it works one more time. And this time I'm gonna remove the, this shit beforehand. Also, you may ask, how are you supposed to take a file when you don't know where it is? I'm gonna work on something to, like, scan a directory or some shit. Uh-oh, that's not good. Okay, never mind. Maybe the stream isn't quite over. Let's see. Invalid argument, line 115. I'm guessing that, yeah, it's not. Alright, well, that sucks, doesn't it? Could I just do, could I just do this again? I would love that. I'd love to not. Doesn't quite make sense that it only works later, so I'm hoping I can just. Whoop. Hey, what? Alright. I'd love this. Alright, please work. Actually, I'm gonna delete that too. Here we go. Uh-oh, that's really bad. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I was taking the largest piss of my life. It was fantastic. Alright. So, it didn't work, but I didn't get an. Oh, wait. Ah, no. What on earth happened? So all the bytes just got completely shit on. Let's go. It didn't work. I'm actually very angry right now. What? Like, what the fuck is going on? This is fucking retarded. End my suffering. Yeah, that does not make sense at all, because like later when I do this, it doesn't. Is it the stack issue? Probably. Ah, man. This is just painful. Like, I guess there's an easy fix to it, but why do I have to do that? That's just annoying. Really, man? Like, I don't really have a problem with this, but it's so hacky, and I don't know what's causing the problem. It's gotta be some sort of... It's gotta be a stack issue. There's no fucking way. Alright, whatever. I want to see if it doesn't work more than once or something, and if so, why the hell not? Okay, alright, transferred it. If I do the same thing, let's make it random. Yeah, no, it crashes. Oh my god, why? At X memory, so... what the fuck could this be? This... Invalid argument where? It's the biggest question. That's fucking annoying. Alright. Do I have to call the destructor? Like, what the hell's happening? Also, where? What? Set a breakpoint. Potentially here. I feel like that would be where it goes. Okay. Okay, at the breakpoint. Alright. See, I forgot, how do you step through? Okay, alright. Continue. Okay. Set a breakpoint here again. I want to see if that's probably where it is. If I had to say. Okay. I want to step through. Let's set a breakpoint down here, and let's see if it's this. Yep. Okay. It's this function right here, so that's good. But why? That's the biggest question. So, let's say, I'm just gonna call this X, because I don't really need a crazy good name for it. Alright, let's call it that. We can remove this debug statement now. And honestly, I'm just gonna say command sent equals command sent. That way I'll just do this. I don't need that new buff bullshit. Alright, cool. Build that. After this, connect 0. And I fucked it up. Are you serious? Alright, fantastic. So I'm gonna have to do all this shit again. Alright. File. Screenshots 1605 to. Let's do a different one. 1605 238 721. Okay. That all good. And then .jpg. Let's see. random 2. Okay, it worked. Good. So let's delete those two. Empty that. Does it work again? Oh, and I forgot to copy that. Well, whatever, that's not that big of a deal. Yes! It works again. Okay. Wait, except for... See, that is missing. That's a little bit concerning. What? Why did I copy paste that? Okay, whatever. Let's do this one more time. And I just fucking crashed it. Alright. Well, this is a part of the client anyway, so it doesn't really matter. If this crashes, it doesn't ruin the test environment. Okay, that's good. So... Ah, shit. Yeah, what is that exactly? Yeah, why is it just getting smaller and smaller? That's really annoying. I think it got to the point, yeah, on that one where it just didn't even... Yeah, that's so dumb. Why is it doing this? Apparently, just you didn't need the C, but once you just hit zers, then it just doesn't work, I guess? Question mark? I really don't fucking know. The real question is, why is this working and how do we stop it? I really don't know. I do not know. Maybe I do create a new string like this and don't say command send. Okay. I'll just call this temp. Alright. Whatever. Let's do this. No. Dumb fuck. Alright. Here we go. Alright, also delete that. Force delete that shit. Alright. First one, I don't have any doubts that this will work. Yeah. Okay, good. Let's do the same thing again. And it's shortened the string. Why? Then my only guess is this. Huh. It's gotta be that, right? Maybe. Then again, does it have anything to do with the buff at all? Because I don't understand that. Looks like it's shortening it by 2 every time. So then, you know what? Let's try this. Let's try removing both spaces. I almost screwed it. Let's remove both spaces. No, and it still got smaller, so it couldn't be the offset thing. Are you serious? What is going on? Maybe I'm just dumb and I don't see it, but I'm genuinely confused. Like, I'm really confused right now. Okay, so it's definitely on this end. It looked like it was moving the string, it was shifting it to the left by 2 each time, which made no sense. Just really annoying. And even after I moved the spaces, so it couldn't be anything related to offset, because that would never have even incremented at all, so it would have just been staying there. Okay. So... Stop substring. Okay, so this is getting a little bit wacky. So, does it have anything to do with the original file path? Question mark. because it just, I mean, it just keeps shifting down. Man, what a nightmare. What a real nightmare. Yeah, that's like a huge question I have. Like, why would it be doing that? It's so frustrating. The question is it keep doing that? So let's just completely ignore this. I want to keep saying, I want to see what keeps happening with this. So it looks like it has something to do with C string, potentially, but why? Why, though? Like, from the bottom of my heart, why on earth would C string have anything to do with anything bad? It's gotta be like a really low-level memory issue. Because programming languages don't just bug like this. It's gotta be my fault somewhere. Boom. Boom. Okay, and now we get this shit again. Invalid argument, so it's, we already know that it's on this right here, so it's gotta be this. See, now I'm just super confused. Maybe I just won't work with strings for this. Maybe I'll just do this other hacky job that I know does work. So what I'll do instead is I'm going to keep this. First of all, I'm just going to enter that. I'm going to keep the everything here. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to probably have to search myself how this cock shit works. I don't think, I'm pretty sure it has something to do with this here. That's probably my best theory. It has something to do with this right here, this shit. So what I want to try is I want to see if it has anything to do with substring, because if it's, or I'm sorry, C string, because if it's not, then I'm just genuinely, I'm out of ideas. So we want to go to this, and instead what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna actually remove it. What I'm gonna do with this is instead replace the replace that cock shit with a null byte, right? Otherwise, yeah, okay, if that makes sense at all. So probably has something to do with this, and I'm just going to say temp, or I'm sorry, buff I is going to be set to a null byte. So that means that the string would terminate there. Okay. And then we also want to say if our actually, hold up, that could get dangerous. We'll just do an or. Temp I is equal to whatever this character is. Actually, I don't have to do that. If it's equal to this, then we replace it with that, so that way we mark it with that. And then maybe we could do this string x. Maybe we just do command sent instead. So we remove temp. Boom. 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 Okay. do this so it's that length. And this can actually be called the file path, because that's always going to terminate there. So we can just remove this one. Now the issue is finding the second one, because we want to know how many zeros there are in a row. So we could say yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I'll say path 2 is equal to our because there'll be like 3 zeros if we do that. Otherwise, we kind of want to see how many in a row there are. We'll create an int called total. Set it to 0, and then we'll just say total plus plus, and we'll just say is equal to seed pumpkin string buff string length buff string length of our buff plus wait, actually no, we want to do wait, so use string length of buff plus plus our total, which we will just do buff plus that, and then the string length of this. Wow, what a mess. What a terrible bit of code. What a disaster bit of code. But you know what? Let's see if it works. It's definitely not going to, but it was a fun test. I mean, if this works, honestly, just make it as complicated as possible. It didn't crash, that's a start. And it actually did work. So, believe it or not, we actually, that disaster bit of code did work. Now, let's remove both of these. Still works. Let's remove just one of them. Still works. This one. Alright, it works. That's what you call low-level memory, baby. Alright, yeah, so it just... perfect. That's literally how it should have done. Move that. Okay, and now we should never have this issue again. That was the worst bit of code I've ever written. By the way, that is actually probably one of the worst things I've ever written. Being completely serious. I'm not even joking. Connect 0. Boom. Perfect. Now let's go. Let's do this. Let's make this random 5. Perfect. Okay. Well, I'm going to end the stream because there's no more bugs with this. This is the worst thing I've ever done. This is like Valve Team Fortress 2 level programming. This is like Discord shit. All right. I'm going to head out. This is a 2-hour stream.